In this class, we will study about Realloc function. What is Realloc function? It is used for adding further bytes or for changing the size of the memory block, right? So we use malloc and calloc functions for dynamic implementation or allocation, right? So malloc and calloc are used for dynamic allocations for memory, but realloc is used to add more further blocks in the pre-existing memory. So we have allocated memory using malloc and calloc. Now we increase more further bytes with the help of realloc. So we will understand the concept with the help of the program. So first of all, what we have to do? We have to allocate a memory using malloc, right? It will be our original memory, or you can say original list. After that, we will increase the size using Realloc. So let us see the program. Now initialize the variables. For the first original array, we will take n to ask the size. Okay. So I have asked the size for the original list. Now we will allocate the memory. For allocation, you can use a pointer. Suppose I have taken p. Okay. Now we will allocate memory to this pointer. Int is the data type of the pointer. So we will use int here, then malloc function, then size of int. Okay. Now we have to create n number of boxes, or you can say nodes. So we will multiply this n to the size of int. Now memory has been allocated dynamically. So we will apply the situations. If our pointer, it is not necessary, but you can apply it. If any error occurs, then it will not show any garbage value. Sorry. When your allocation is failed or something, then it will applied. It will not break your program. Now we will run a loop for asking the elements or the numbers you want to enter. So we will apply an variable. Suppose I have taken for the loop. So for now I will be started from 0 till I less than n. N is the size of our original array. सॉरी array नहीं बोलेंगे इसको हम, बट हमारी जो लिस्ट है ओरिजिनल. ओके. Now we will ask the elements to be stored or enter. Okay. So first I have written this statement, enter the integers or integer. So one by one it will ask the integer and save into the memory, allocated memory. %d, comma, like now we will use to this. So here what I have written is p plus I. Why p plus I? P is what? Our allocated memory, and in this we are continuously storing what? I. I means the at this location we will store the integer. For entering the integers, we will understand the concept, how it is implementing in the loop. So as we have seen, we are using this in scanf. Why this? What is P? Our allocated memory, right? In this we have allocated our memory, right? And I is the loop. I is starting from 0 to less than 5. Suppose we have taken the total length is 5. Now as we have seen, the size of P will be initially generally we have take integer size is 2 only, so we have taken it 2 bytes. Now total byte will be 10. Initially we have using 10 bytes of memory, right? So how will this loop will work? Now P, initially P will be 1 and I will be 0. At this position 1 plus 0, we have to enter a number. Suppose we have entered 3. Now again, as it is the loop going on, so P will be incremented and this will be 2. Now second position we have to enter an element and 0 will be incremented to 1. So now at this position we will enter an element. It is not adding, it is basically asking the elements one by one. Suppose we have entered 5. Now P is incrementing. P is like we have to write the element at third position and I will again increment by 1 till the loop ends. It is 2. We have entered 7. Then again 3, 4. Loop will be 3. And here I have written 9. And at last, now P is 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have entered 5 as our N, right? It will work through only 5 and our loop will run from 0 to 4. As we have written this, so it will run from like 1, 2, then 3, then 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is run till 4. We have entered this. So this is how our loop is working on, right? I hope you understood this concept. Now we will back to the program. So it was our loop and our first part is completed for the original list, right? We have entered the elements with this malloc function and loop, right? Now we have to enter more, right? We have to enter more. So we will first allocate more memory, right? We don't have any memory left, so we will enter more memory, right? We have asked the size for original array. Now we will ask it again for new bytes. So I'm copying the same for extra elements. You can write anything. It is the printf function, so I am writing this extra elements to be added, right? So scanf, now I am changing the variable to m, suppose, and here you will also write m. Now we will do the same thing for this, and we have asked the size for new, or you can say extra size for these elements to be added, as we have no extra size left. So here comes the use of Realloc function. Now we will apply it taking the same pointer and we will write the same thing int, and in between we will write realloc for reallocating the memory. P initial, right? Initial memory we have allocated of 10 bytes, right? And new pointer is m, not pointer but the size we have asked from the user. So now m into size of the same int, And now these are the extra bits we have to add m, right? Suppose we have taken 2, then 2 into 2 4. 4 bytes are extra being added to the initial 10 bytes. Now we will again run the loop for asking the leftover variables or leftover elements, not variables actually, the elements, leftover elements. Now it will not run from 0 as we have already asked the before elements or initial elements. We have to add add further. So we will run the loop from n to n plus m, right? Now till 5, suppose we have entered the elements, like 5 elements we have entered, and in m we have written 2, so we have to enter till from 5 to 7, right? Not 0 to 7 again. So from m to n plus m we will enter our elements. Loop will be same, but these will be different only. You have to focus on these. Nothing is very difficult in this. You have to just understand the concept. Now we will print and see how our loop is running from I equals to 0. Then from I is less than m plus n and I plus plus. So it is to display our elements, right? For display we have to start from 0 to m plus n, from first to last. Last is this, first was 0. So we have to write like this only. Only a bit changes are there, not many changes are there. So we have to write the statement for printing printf. Now we are using unsigned integers percent %u, and we can use tab function for spaces between them, and here we will write the same p plus I, the allocated memory. As it has been reallocated, so it will be uh, reallocated list as shown only. Yeah, one more thing, we will not apply this ampersand here. Okay, so we will have to run this. Now it is asking the size of the original list, right? Suppose we have written 5 only, you can apply spaces between this for clear representation. I have written like this 5. Now it will ask only 5 integers. Suppose I am entering odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? So the memory has been used. Using malloc, we have allocated initial memory, right? And it has been used by entering 5 elements, 5 integers. Now enter the size for extra elements to be added. Extra elements to be added. Suppose you have to add 3 more elements. Now it will ask you further 3 elements, right? Suppose you entered 12, 14 and 16. uh, Sorry, it is showing you the address. You're right, it is showing you the address. Why? Because you haven't printed the pointer, the value at that. You have printed the address of that pointers, right? When you directly print the pointer plus this, and we have to apply there, sorry, I, there is one mistake, right? P plus I only, and apply this value at operator, then we will see the values, right? Again we will run it, taking a small list, suppose 4, 1, 3, 5 and 7, adding extra bits 2, suppose it is 8, 9. Now see, That is 1, 3, 5, 7, 8 and 9. When we will not apply value at operator, then it will give you address of that. We can also see that further in the next loop we can apply this. Suppose I will write the I will write this thing, you can understand more clearly. Now the memory is being allocated, right? Suppose we are entering 5 integers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, right? Extra elements to be added, 3 bits or 3 integers. You are not entering bits actually, you are entering integers or elements. 4, 8, or you can enter 5 again, or suppose I am entering 2. So see, these are the elements we have entered this, and after reallocating the whole list, and these are the addresses. See, 68, 72, 76, 80, 84, the continuous addresses are there, right? So this was the malloc and realloc function. You can also apply their calloc and then reallocate the memory, right? So some of the times you can't use these functions, so better apply header hash include alloc.h, right? So this was the concept of realloc function. Thank you for watching.